Hey. So, sorry about missing yesterday. I was a big dumb, and I worked way too hard on something that I should have worked smarter on. And then I was very, very tired, and it was already about, 12:30 a.m. So I decided, let's just do our usual shitty job instead of an extra shitty one. Because there's no reason to degrade the quality of this even further. Speaking of, another thing that the world has been grappling with, I think, is that for a lot of people, time has ceased to mean anything. Some people have found it alarming that they're forgetting what day it is, or what the date happens to be, or when they were supposed to be somewhere, but, if, say, you work an ever-shifting schedule, that's pretty much just how it is. Likewise, if several of the industries that you've been part of, say games and then transportation, are prone to periods of layoffs, it's very, 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 very easy to see how this measured lockstep kind of interpretation of temporal causality is fake. A Wednesday is not different from a Sunday, and a Sunday is not different from any given Tuesday. There are moments of time when you're conscious, and we've given them names, sure, but that's all extremely tenuous. A slight breeze blows and the house of cards falls over. All of this is to say that, we've been keeping things relatively in line, but that won't always be the case, and hey, you've experienced that. To relate it to the dream that we're currently walking through, it's been kind of nice being able to say, yeah, I know the boss wants me to do X, Y, and Z, but I have all this other shit on my list, so I'm gonna get that done first. And then when the list is clear, I'll see what new task he wants, because these have already been assigned to me. If only the real world worked that way, where you could simply prioritize your own to-dos. But, well, time is a slippery concept, and it's doubly slippery for people who imagine themselves rulers. They largely don't think that it exists. Time, space, these things are details, and they're not details people. They like that macro focus. The big picture, if you will. I don't see the value in only ever looking at the big picture. How are you supposed to appreciate something if you're not willing to go over it piece by piece? Think of all the shit that you're missing. Anyway, let's go and miss some shit in Astera here. We'll do the audio thing. There will come a time when I remember to do that before I press go. We had that for a little while, but we haven't cycled back to it yet. Have eyes. And we should get noise shortly. We got the thumbs up from the witch. I'm starting my chat thing. There it is, it's started. And she informs me that there is a message that came in while it was fucking loading. Cataskill, hey, how's it going? We're doing it at this time, instead of yesterday when we were supposed to. Away we go. Now I think I'm going to have to go and slap the Diablos again, if memory serves. Pretty sure that's what's going on here. There's new content in the Steam store. I don't think we have any turn-ins here just yet.
It's almost time.
I really would prefer he not speak to me that way. Been feeding Twitch streamers my Mario Maker 2 levels, and it does wonders for engagement since their followers inevitably end up playing the levels to try and beat the Twitch streamer's best time. Cool. I mean, you know, glad you found something there to do. Big yawn. It's true. The Witch is saying that we still have to buy Mario Maker. We haven't yet. We will, though. And yeah, I'm sure that that's certainly a thing that you could do to drive engagement. If driving engagement was something that you were looking to do. I've had engagement here. It's sometimes it's fine, mostly it's unfavorable. It just, you know. The internet is what it is. And if I was going to, at any point, operate well within its confines, surely I would have done so by now. Don't even make Kaizo levels, they're not that hard, but all my IRL friends are bedwetters that can't beat a slightly difficult level. Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure I know a fair amount of the people, or at least have heard of a fair amount of these people. Yeah, no, that fucking tracks. They're just not gonna. But then again, this is a skill like any other. You kind of build up a not quite a vocabulary, but at least a set of reference points for, oh, I should do this when I'm seeing this, and I should probably avoid X, Y, and Z when I'm approaching these things, and, you know, likely don't sweat the timer unless it's specifically a speed run sort of thing, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, not everybody has that because their hobbies just differ, and this is fine. Yeah, there it is, the majestic horn. This is fine and everything, but I'm not entirely certain why it is that they would then hop into things even similar to some of the Mario Maker levels. I think a lot of people overestimate their own abilities in a lot of things. In video games, it's easy to do that. Because people go, well, but it's just a game, right? They like make these for kids, don't they? And the answer to that is sometimes. Sometimes they do. There's the Diablos over here. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Actually, let's see if we have any investigations with it. Because then we could get additional fucking material rolls. And maybe only have to do this once. Wouldn't that be something? It's almost... I told you to stop doing that. It's bad every time. Alright. No, not locale target. D. I don't want to... There. That'll do. Capture it. Why the fuck would I want to capture it? That's crazy. 2 silvers ought to do. I don't know if it actually shows up on silver, but at the very least, we can give it a go. Investigations. Wait, that's... You're shitting me, right? I swear that wasn't an etc.
It's almost time.
By target. Diabolos. Oh no, that's an etc. Okay. Munch that one, we're not doing it. Faint one time, that ain't happening either. Okay. Well, we're just going in there with the quest available. Those other ones will come later. Alright. Get ourselves a munch. And then we're gonna get on out there. You get it. We've done it. We've eaten something. We are once again super pleased. Can you blame us? Okie doke. Touch. Bighorn lad is what we're after. We got the appropriate weapon. Ice is not something it tolerates well. And we'll see if the pangolin or pickle show up. The pangolin has been bad about it with Diablos. I haven't seen Pickle here yet, but he was definitely present the last time. He can show up anywhere. That's a fun feature he's got. Grab that to keep that topped up. I believe that's just camp down there. Oh look, they figured it out. Alright, we'll stop and grab these. We'll need them for something, I'm certain. Alright. Looks like down in his hole. You know what, let's double back a second and see which locals are available. Just kind of make this as painless on ourselves as possible. Not that we don't basically have it down, but, you know, why suffer needlessly? Uh-huh. I want to know. If I have friends over here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's alright. We can go knocking on their door. We know where they live. And that'll also take us down to where the Diablos tends to fucking hang out. May as well grab that research. Yep, gimme. No, it was over there eating. And I still don't see the gauge going up on this. No, it's just points still. Alright. What's up, friends? No, I've come to conscript one of you. And maybe more than one, should the need arise. Stop rooting through my shit. Just ask. I thought we had solved this problem. That's the one. Well, hello. Yeah, I know. But I need these pieces of you. And that time we didn't get hit by, like, his, fucking lizard grundle, so we were completely fine, I guess. There's one. Where's the other? Great. Too far away. Tail swing during that, huh? And no mount. And a stun. We might be getting our first feint very early. Let's see. Alright. We'll make it. So that time we got the mount. I mean, far be it for me to call you a lion sack of shit, but you're a lion sack of shit. That first one ought to have counted. Uh-huh. I want that tail. The next one will go for the horns. But the horns also happen when we bounce them off the wall, so. And fuck you. Alright, let's see. Gonna start, but okay. Bye. It begins, huh? Cut off his tail, teach him who's Tony Danza. Nobody knows who's the boss is anymore. You know, like, that's not even our generation. We're parroting the words of a dead civilization there. I don't think I've ever seen one episode of that show. Charge that. Good timing. Uh-huh. Thanks for showing up when you did. You walked right into that one. You wanted to quit. Don't pretend like you didn't. Just quit like a normal person. Hey, you missed. Didn't even clip him with it. I don't agree with that, Capcom. I also don't know what I broke. Whatever. No, that time we snapped a horn, which is good, and that's part of what it is we're trying to do. Come on. Yeah. Bounced. I got the reference. Yes, I did, but like... it's gonna get to be more and more of a stretch as time winds on. Things like that baffle me, you know, like, I'll still see people on a number of boards complain about Care Bears, and I'll ask, did you watch any of the Care Bears? Or, like, what is this? What are you doing, and why? The answer is inevitably no. No, of course they didn't. No one has watched the Care Bears for quite some time. Unless it had some sort of attempt at a revival that I'm unaware of. It may have. I'm not exactly up on children's television. No dice on the dive, huh? Still no dice on the dive, huh? Yeah. Why'd you stop short? It's fucking weird. Yeah, we're gonna need another one. May as well top off. I know, with the sand. Fuck you, though. Well, the chase is on. Carapace. I was expecting just like a wyvern tier. I think I still have freebies that, yeah. We can munch those. Good slide game. There we go. A reminder, Capcom, I don't have, like, any control over your context-sensitive actions. You have to make sure those are on point. I know that hit detection can get kind of fucking squirrely in these things, but... you know, if it's not something that I can help or do anything about, you kinda... you're gonna have to, like, benefit of the doubt the whole fucking thing, you know? Or, and this is a novel idea, make it an input. Needs to be a specific button you press. People are always afraid of, making things too close to, say, a fighting game with the way that its mechanics work, and how dense the mechanics are. I disagree. I think that that's not only a sane but a reasonable thing to do within certain systems. Because if you consider fighting games for a moment, their control schemes cater to a very, very wide variety of people. From folks that find one button that does one thing that they like and kind of muddle through the game that way, to people who do all kinds of fucking cancels and reversals and this and that. Is that such a bad model to consider for your control scheme for basically whatever the fuck it is that you're doing? I would argue it isn't. Yeah. Good try. Are you gonna do it again? That's the whole plan? No. You gotta have a different plan. Come up with another one. You're a creative boy. You're a smart young man with so much potential. Ow. That time you hooked around in a way that I don't think you ought to have been able to, but alright. Yeah, you going back in? No? Okay. See you in a sec. Yeah. Really committed to this bit, aren't you? Really committed to nudging me just off to the side, aren't you? Are you going in there or not? He's going in there. It's fine. We'll see him in a few moments. Yeah, hey. I see you made it out of the sand hole. You gonna come over here, or, is that a non-starter? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let me fucking get a snack. I'm glad you came over here for just long enough to be just a shit in my cereal bowl, and then fuck off right back where you came from. Alright. My thing is charged. We're gonna go and fucking solve this problem. We should be about done. Yeah, I see a little skull marker. Nah. Because I wouldn't want you to fucking eat the thing that you're not meant to. Oh, fuck you, game. I gotta turn off auto sheath. I'll tell you when it is that I want to put it away. What are you, the cops? I can whip it out if I want. Come on. Struck by there, you know, as we continue to talk about hitboxes and hurt boxes on the Diablos. Oh, my slinger is out. Okay. Oh. I was expecting the across the room nudge, but anyway. I've scuffed his knee, and he's done now. Hopefully for the last time, that would be neat. We snapped both the horns again. I'm sure they'll once again hand us one majestic horn, just the one. Can't go handing those out now. Oh, a wyvern gem. Good. Throw another one on the pile. Won't need them. And there's a ridge. So no horns on the carve. And, there we go. We made it. Just the one. Cool beans. Alright, back at it. But hey, plenty of money. Our research levels are going up. Hey, Poogie. Oh, the tail raiders are back. Oh, let's do our housekeeping. Said we had a new investigation. Get out of here. Just the Diablos? I'll take it. Ecology department.
Will you?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, it's you.
It is me. More. Was there... Oh, tail raiders. Let's see. And let's see. Legiana. Good shit. Monster broth. I'm not entirely sure if we've had any monster broth yet. We'll see. Cannot imagine what that's used for. Roy's spy's pretty good. Palermo's spy's pretty good. I don't know that we've worked with Roy yet. We'll give Roy a shot. Get in there. And just a moment here, Lost Things. You hang out with Hops. And Kevin and Ignacio. Alright. Well, just as well that we're hanging out here. I gotta do a thing with a garbage disposal, so call this a preamble. I will be back, probably in a couple of hours. If you're a follower, you should see the notification. Otherwise, if you're an odd passerby, I was probably going to fucking miss you anyway. So, no worries on that. See you in just a bit. We'll go where we go. Alright, like I said, back shortly. Likely an hour or two. Talk with you then. Later. That's true. Alright, there we go. As promised, back, 2 hours later. I said a few hours, right? So, garbage disposal fixed. Things righted. And now, monsters. They're out there. They need to be hunted. I mean, they don't need to be, but it's probably in the settlement's best interest. We're gonna get to it. Have your eyes back. Let me see what it is that I've been missing in the meantime. Ooh. The witch is showing me the thumbnail for the YouTube posting of this stuff, and it looks good. Yeah, I am definitely giving it the green light. Not that I was gonna tell her to fucking take it back and workshop it anyway. The only thing I might suggest is, maybe the, Iceborne background. She hates it. See? This is why. Every time she tells me that, you know, she went to college for that art, and I wouldn't understand. Okay. Boom, boom. So what do I gotta fucking do? One more Diablos, right? Pie? Do you think it's Diablos time? Word. The witch says the sound is good. And there we go. Alright. Let's go up, grab ourselves a munch, and then we'll get in there with the Diablos. And I promised all of my Discord messages, which I know, you know, some of you will leave this on in the background. I'll read those when I'm done here. Okay. And then this upcoming week, hopefully, will be a return to the usual schedule. But, you know, as circumstances dictate, we may have to flex. It's just how it goes. You know, priorities. Not that you all aren't a priority, just that, you know, say, power steering pump that has dumped its contents all over everything, or a garbage disposal that is no longer functioning takes precedence. You gotta put out fires, even if you had promised to do something else in that time it's going to take. I don't actually need those flasks, but it's fine. We'll keep them for other things. Hop. Speaking of hops, there's a rabbit that moved into the stones outside. They were getting comfortable. Oh, I see what he's chewing on. The witch has some trail mix that she's been into lately. So it looks like Pi has been given a piece. I see. I think we talked about this at one point in time or another. He's discovered that he actually likes raisins and isn't afraid of them, as he had initially thought. He's correct, by the way. Raisins are good. And anyone who says they're gross is wrong. Just straight wrong. I agree. A little bit of salt on it is a solid way to go. The witch was suggesting salted raisins, which is what happens when you get them in the trail mix. You know, the nuts are a little bit salted and everything rolls around together. It's the correct course of action. Even suggesting otherwise, it just betrays how... I'm trying to find the right word. I was originally going with troglodytic, but that seems harsh if we're talking about raisins. I think we'll just end up leaving it at eat raisins, and if you don't like raisins, make better choices. Blue bits, old scratches, which are question marks. Oh no, I know who that is. Okay. I was going, what the fuck is this about? Why am I getting question marks? Never mind, I'm aware. We've tracked him. Okay. Sure, we're just gonna go ahead and ignore it. We're ignoring me now. That's what you're into? I'm gonna try it again. Still no go on the mount. I'm wondering why. Okay. You can dig a hole if you want. Alright then. Down we go. Yeah, there she is. So, her being here complicates things, but not in the way that you might think. See, this is what we're about to witness here is the Diablos mating ritual. Her scales are black because she's looking to get fucked. And this is how it is they do it. And now he's an incel. If he had flipped her, she would agree that yes, they could fuck. But she flipped him, so he is officially too weak. And, I guess that explains why it is that he's so mad all the time, right? Incels typically are. They're just extremely angry. You know, but I imagine being unlovable to that many people would kind of fuck with you. They could fix that at any point in time, but they don't. It's not difficult to not be repugnant. Small bop on the head. Hi. Okay, good. Thank you you for mostly cooperating there. Not precisely what I would have wanted, but I'll take it. What you got? Okay. Again. Come on. That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna go over here and get this. Don't interrupt me. Thank you for your cooperation. Now we may resume. Good. All right. Capcom, I'm kind of stuck inside its toe. There we go. Let's try not to have that happen in the future. You gotta tire yourself out eventually, right? I see drool. Yeah, there you go. Total dickhead. Yeah. There you go. Weird choice. Yeah, I know. You were hoping that was going to be like a big showstopper kind of event. It just didn't work out that way. Kind of like my block didn't trigger. We all have plans, bud. You were pretty sure that Becky up there was going to let you smash, and it didn't work out that way, but... Ah, shit, she came down here. She heard I was talking about it. Listen, lady, your love life isn't really my business, I agree, but... I mean, I was there, so... We're just commenting on what happened. It's history at this point. Okay. That's fine, that works for me. Don't want to be in the same room with her, huh? I understand. Interpersonal relationships are tough. Gimme. Could you stop doing that for a sec? Thanks. Ow. I was hoping we would get that swing off before he got done doing what he was doing, but it wasn't to be. All of that for 11 damage, huh? Alright. Freebies. No, that's less than ideal. Slightly better. And of course we have to remember to break those horns, but we're getting there. We needed a moment of recovery. I know. You thought. There's the block. Thank you for cooperating. Some days it do, some days it don't, you know? It's genuinely kind of a crapshoot. Really going hard on digging. That was lucky. Okay, bye. Alright, that's charged. Where are you going? For me, that's fine. I'm good with it. I'm down. And that's good news. Uh-huh. I'd imagine that's frustrating. I don't really understand how that horn got broken, but okay. Doesn't seem like it shoulda. But I'm gonna capitalize on it. Oh, I thought for a second I had rolled through that. I was about to be very happy. We've really fucked him up in a very short amount of time. Although getting rolled by what he thought was his future ex-wife over there did not help. Lady, chill the fuck out. Uh-huh. Live in that for a second. I can't deal with you right now. Bye. Yeah. God damn it. Ma'am, could I interest you in being anywhere else? Ow. So no. Great. There you go, bud. Stand up for yourself. Take another crack at it. I mean, frankly, she did say no. Ow. And so you should probably accept that no means no. But people have been known to, jeez, this corner. Or, well, this corridor, rather. People have been known to reconsider. It's not impossible. Maybe if she got to know you better, maybe if you were worth knowing. We're just gonna let that happen up there for a second. Uh-huh. Not quite enough time. That's alright. We're back up. And we're done. We're free. She can stay mad about this if she wants. Our quarrel was with the big boy here. Alright. More than one horn, please. I mean, I guess we only need the one at this point. Alright, I got the tail case not off the tail. Makes sense, makes sense. 2 tail cases. Oof. You've been unpleasant. She's been worse. Yep, just the one. Those are fangs. We got a dash extract. That's fun. We'll go home with our chemicals. A scent jewel. We can now sniff them real good. New optional quests are available. I bet it's about the Diablos, the black one. They'll be like, oh, I see, the fucking female of the species is present. Go get that, too. Fairly certain they have the same stats and resistances. She hits harder, if memory serves, which is always a joy. Alright, let's see where we're at. Yes, yes. Cool, so we just need one Thunder Sack. That's fine. We can get a Thunder Sack. And we have most of the stuff for the next step up as well. So that's good. We would need one Legion Wing for that. That's also fine. We still need God knows what for that. Some kind of bone, it looks like. How are we looking here? We have everything we need for the next step up here, but we need one God knows what. Nothing else of interest. So let's start talking armor. Because surely there must be something else that we can do with this. Surely. That would spend a horn. We're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and... I think what we might end up doing is... what? I want more things to put in the decorations thing. So what we might end up doing is more of this. We need a Sitsu Yaku. That ain't happening right now. No, we don't need a Sitsu Yaku. We need a Kulu Yaku. Maybe. 15 minutes, no. That ain't gonna happen with the current setup. Perhaps 30 minutes is kind of stretching it there. That's not stretching it there. That would be fine. Not really interested in captures. You're right, the answer was peekaboo. He does it every time, you know? Fainting once on that for right now is asking a bit much. Hunt the Kulu Yaku and then the Black Diablos. It's fine, don't worry about it. That's potential. Ooh, she's updated the thumbnail. Let's see. Yeah, I like that one better. Thank you, darling. She volunteered to do these things, and it's fucking awesome. I don't know why she bothers to put up with me, but it's super appreciated. Don't push me over. Now she's threatening violence. That we could probably pull off. This I'm sure we'll have to do. I'm just kind of fucking going over these things a little bit at a time here. Alright, I think I'm satisfied with what it is that we've got. So all of these will drop those face stone things, which then get translated into... let me guess. Yeah, there she is. bits to put in those holes. And we need those. We need a lot of those. We need as many of those as we can get our fucking grubby little mitts on. So let's start here. Because we need a bit of him to finish a camp somewhere. I forget where, but I still want it. Oh, and let's also do this. Stick those back in there. And then we're at it again.
Whoa.
3. Fertilize. Cool. Well, and then she and I have to consider dinner, don't we? There has to be a food. Pi has to take a nap. He has to get real cozy. Oh, were you? I'm sorry. Gotcha. Hey, pal. How you doing? He seems like he's doing good. Okay. The suggestion has been floated for teriyaki. I think we also have, what are the fucking shrimp ramen things that we haven't tried yet? I'm not opposed. Are you opposed? She's opposed. Okay, that's fine. We can do something else. We'll try that for breakfast at some point in time, I'm sure. Yeah, but not until we've made sure the box is ready to go. The other suggestion, Lost Things, if you were wondering about our extremely interesting dinner conversations, was maybe Arby's, but we're trying to use the box as little as possible until we figure out what the fuck this noise is. It's true. Pi thinks it's a good idea, so... you know, we're gonna try to stick with that. There we go. Shook out of that. Oh, good. Yeah, fucking please do more of the work for me. I do appreciate that. More research. Holy shit, you won? That's incredible. Well, cutting it short. Yeehaw. He was down for a good long time, huh? But then we're back on him. This has got to be an extremely confused bird right now. Not quite the direction I wanted to face game, but okay. Let's go get them stray materials that are dropped. Give me that. I still don't know why it is that my hunter smells it, you know? Like, he takes a moment to sniff it, but we should just be dangling it by the flies. They're the ones that are actually doing it. I don't track this by smell. In fact, I'm wearing something that would hopefully prevent me from smelling anything. You know, on account of straining out harmful particles and gases. You don't want those fucking vapors getting in there. I know, this has really been rough on you. Almost seems unfair. Yeah, we already got limping. Okay. Old footprints. Give me that. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, probably those two? No. Alright, we're good then. Bunch of Teostra prints. Yeah. Almost done with part 1. Hey, knock that off. There we go. And so we're done. Okay, part 2. So speaking of prioritizing, I find that it's a skill that's in short supply. For all of the guides and suggestions that you can read on basically anything that you would want, something that gets commonly overlooked is the ability to decide what needs addressing now and what can be left for later. Leaving something for later is oftentimes frowned on, just out of hand. And I don't know that there's a benefit to that kind of thinking. It seems to me that it's a surefire way to wind up paralyzed by the number of things that you have to do and have to deal with. Whereas if you can simply say, this does not need to be addressed right now, it's more important that I deal with this thing, you create for yourself a list of things that you can sort of attack in sequence, one building into the next, and sort of making like a greater singular task rather than a myriad of tiny ones. I'm not going to pretend that I'm perfect at that. I don't think anyone is. But it's something that has made otherwise just complete wrecks of situations much more, not just palatable, but comprehensible. Comprehensible? Comprehensible. Comprehensible. There it is. Eh. We got him. Part 2 coming up. Is this our first high-rank bear-off? I don't think it is, but it might be. Ah, we almost got that swing through. He's being real squirrely with some of the motions he's taking. He's just kind of all over the place for a bear-off. Alright. Well, there you go. Was that good for you, sport? Uh-huh. We should be able to fucking tip him over soon, right? Pretty sure. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Alright, pal. Whatever it is that he's not happy about, he's very not happy about it. But, oh, he's recovered. That's good. His moods are intense, but, you know, usually short-lived, so that's a point in his favor, I feel. Shit. Figured I was out of the way of that. Alright. Well. Do our best to shake it off and recover. There we go. Okay. Still haven't been able to just knock him over. We sent him reeling several times, so that's nice, but no knocks. No, there we go. Going right for the enrage, huh? Okay. Do I want the thorns? Probably not. Hi, you're back. Nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Ow. Recharge that. Shake this off. Thanks, bud. Well, at least we got the buff up. That's good. Fucking fall over. Nah. Well, I suppose you could fall over forever. Like, I'll take it, but it's not what I was trying to do. I don't even know if their tails are severable. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the the thing, the guide, our notes. But we did it and the NPC lived. Hot damn. Let's get this sharp. And in a little less than 15 minutes, it looks like. Not bad. We're getting there. Yeah, she's back. You can see her. Check it out. Yeah. No face stones this time. But new optional quests. Again, my bet is for both of them. Finished a bounty. It's probably the Brute Wyvern one. Or complete X number of investigations. I'm not sure which.
It's almost time.
He's still doing it, huh? Excellent. That's what we need. And we also need Palumu bits. So I was wrong. It wasn't for a camp. It was for even better cultivation shit. Which is extremely helpful for right now. Alright, let's get that going. Grab those. Okay. I think we needed the thunder sacks, right? So we're not quite ready to improve our shock poker yet. We can finish this just because it's here. Just us. Because it's just the Kulu Yaku. Be quick and easy. Good to go. Good to go. Okay. Oh, there he is. How's it going? Okay. Turned right around and fucked off. I know, he did. I don't know why. Usually they think to start fighting, you know? Okay then. He's got all kinds of things to yell about. The witch is wondering why Pi is, you know, sounding off like he is. But we know it's, you know, just the nature of the beast. He has thoughts. Some of them questionable. But he's 10 and from the Midwest, so how much can you really blame him? There we go. Gotta be just about done here, too. Didn't last terribly long when we went after him and the Parrot there, so yeah, there we go. We're getting to it. Good deal. Alright, free bits. Let's go over this way. Yeah, over this way is where we're going. Not enraged, though. And so here you go. Oh, really? I didn't put anything in the fucking thing. Oh, well. It's fine. We can make do. Try not to let it hit us with a rock. There we go. I hate that it managed to just kind of scooch ever so slightly to the side there. You are interrupting. We're just gonna have to convince him to go somewhere else. I agree, Peekaboo is the answer. As usual, pal, your wisdom far beyond your years. We do have to convince him to hide his face. And so, that is what we will do. Much like anybody within Pie's line of sight. Sometimes you're playing peekaboo whether you want to or not. Yeah, to peekaboo or not to peekaboo is in fact not the question. I agree, tickle tickle. We've now mostly done what we sent out to do, and we can just leave him to it. He can just be back there. Are you following me? Okay, if you want to make this a thing, we can make it a thing. Just not that great of a concern. Snapped off more mud pieces. But we are dazed. There we go. Uh-huh. I'm gonna make you go somewhere else. I'm telling you this. Good call. Goodbye. Alright. Now the other one has had a chance to eat an egg, so... You know, he'll have more health than he used to, but it's alright. There we are. It's still just a Kulu Yaku, you know? Oop. That's a climb spot. And right over here. Uh-huh, I'm sure. There we go. We're already on the right track. Man, we would have missed that one. Connected on that one, though. Hit me. Okay. Yeah, just as I was getting up, huh? Oh, I'm sure. There we go. Really? There we go. Alrighty. I know you're back. You live here. There's nowhere else for you to go. Those are the syllables, and that's the order they go in. And we've done it. There's probably enough time to get to those mineral deposits too. That's convenient. Alright. The Castodons can have their nest back. We can scratch that as complete again. It's true, we can. Alright. Sandstorm. Nothing terribly interesting, but we'll take it all nonetheless. And it looks like we're capped on Vigor Wasp. Well, let's swap to something else, shall we? Poogie, what do you think? Should level relatively quickly, just given where we are.
Try hard, will you?
Great, thank you. What else did that say? Oh, good. You got maybe a zap sack for me?
Hell!
Yeah, I met that guy. They're talking about the one Wyverian hunter that they have. This guy with the cornrows. He was weird. Didn't say much, which, you know, that's a positive, I guess, but still strange that he showed up, didn't say much, didn't do much, and then just fucked off. Oh, what needs refreshing here? Before we get too sidetracked. Yeah, probably just this, and then we'll do the fertilizer afterward. Okay. Up we go. Alright, there we go. It should be. Change equipment. Nope, just on me. Okay. So then I believe we have to go right on over here.
Want something making?
Change equipment on the Palico. This is good shit. We'll be using it again later. Let's see. We'll just kind of go on down the list and level things as he acquired them. Anything else that I need to do here? I don't think so. Not outside of... Oh, we wanted to see if one of those yellow sacks we got was a zap sack. It didn't say that it was, so I'm going to assume that it wasn't, but I could have just as easily missed the prompt. Nope. Okay, so one more thunder sack. Post a new one. Okay, okay. Just need the one. Then we should have an arsenal that's relatively capable. We're still missing fire, which is something that we have to address. And of course dragon, but that's going to become increasingly important. Hopefully we'll be able to secure the right pieces before it's something that I have to go in with, you know, a tool that I would prefer not to use. Okay. For better first aid meds. Uh-huh. No, totally. You're very threatening. Let's go grab the locals. And, you know, we'll just try to remember that we don't have the Vigor Wasp right now. Get him. But there are ways to compensate. We use them all the time. It's those fucking drinks. Not under rocks, so we'll save rocks for later, in hopes that we'll get to drop them on it still. Got one of my leg hairs caught in like the... You ever got that? Just a hair gets caught between the fibers of whatever clothing you're wearing. Never a pleasant sensation. Alright. There's who we're looking for. I know. There we go, now we're charged. Not quite the right angle, huh? Alright. Man, fuck you. Alright. Launch that. Grab that. Looks like we're seeing more, Kushala Daura prints. Okay. Our thing is loaded. Yeah, we don't need to examine that right now. Doesn't seem to matter the game, but just in kind of any Capcom thing, there'll come a point when you're wondering where your character's sense of urgency is. Like with that weird, weak little hop that we did off the mushroom. It's not really what had been pressed. We got the sprint button held down, so we're expecting a sprint, a hop, to get the rodeo going. Nah. It just... sometimes it just chooses not to acknowledge the sprint, which is frustrating. It's too much animation delay. That's what'll cause that. They've decided that it shouldn't just cancel whatever animation that you're in. It needs a wind-up. I understand why they would do something like that. I just would prefer they don't. I don't think it's necessary under the circumstances that we've been given. It's kind of enough of a thing to move around as it is, with any offensive action you're taking being somewhat cumbersome. Ow. Okay, cool. Yeah, where did you put it, though? Alright, sick. When it turns around, there we go. Now, the reason that I'm leveling this now is that the flashfly cage is going to be basically, useless later on. The critters get a sort of stacking, temporary immunity, which means that spamming them is not necessarily the greatest idea. But we don't have to worry about that until Master Rank. Really sticking it to it in this spot here. It canceled the elemental explosions doing that? Come on. The attack had been launched, just give me the rest of the animation. Alright, well, Piercing Paw's gonna be nicer than the, red pits. Grab those. The natives are still real upset. No. There we go. Alright, let's get this sharp. then we should be able to wrap this the fuck up. Be much more free to pursue other things. But it's also not the only, you know, kind of preparatory phase that we're going to get into here. It's just kind of how it goes. And like I've mentioned, I think it's also part of the charm. To say, oh, well, alright, there's this, that, and the other thing missing in my roster of tools. I can't really capitalize on things that are resistant to this if I don't have access to a tool for it. Let's address that. Good placement on that. That was great. Couldn't have asked for it to be better. Means we're almost free. Well, clipped it, but... Oh! No, we knocked it over. Nice. Hey, come here. Step in this. Alright, or fall over. I'll take that too. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now just give me the thunder sack, and all will be good. That's a pelt. That's another pelt. That's a scale. Here's hoping. We didn't even get through all of our freebies. Pi, what do you think about that? Not even through all of the freebies. Now what the fuck are we gonna do? They're gonna cut our budget, Pi. Our budget of nothing. We'll owe them money. He doesn't care. He's got a nut right now. Ah, a raisin. Okay. He's got a raisin instead of a nut. We're trying to watch his fats intake. Hey, there's the sack we need. Some more bits. Dragon resistance is good. We'll need that for pickle. Great. Hey, Poogie. Poogie, progress. He doesn't care. His world is a paradise. Poogie wants for nothing. To the workshop. Alright. Upgrades. It's ready. At least as ready as it's gonna be. Let's also, while I'm here, like I said, consider some kind of fire or something or other. We may want to do the Wrathlance thing. I think that's probably our best bet. Because the Anjanath stuff peters out very quickly. And I mean very, very, very quickly. So we'll need probably 2 swipes of the regular Tobi Kadachi before we can get into here, and then we can fuck around with some Rathalos bits. Rathalos. On the other hand, so we have that and the Jura Buster, yeah, for gun lances. So maybe we want to consider a fire-based charge blade. It does seem like it would be easier to get to, doesn't it? Okay. Alright. Another one. Again. Yeah, I think that's what it is that we'll be doing for a little while yet. We will deal with the Rathalos plate. We might be able to right now, I'm not sure. Let's see what kind of prints we got. Let's see, let's see. Alright.
Yes.
Uh-huh. We're gonna meld this. I want this. Where's it? Okay, so... Are you just telling me no? I do not have any of the items that can be used for melding. Okay. So it needs a piece of something that I simply do not have. That's fine. These we can make, so we're not worried about that. This would be how we would fill out a lot of our basics if we had things that we were interested in spending, but our bank there is not all that deep. So I guess we'll have to deal with the plate probably later. We'll come across it, or we'll come across the necessary melding piece for it. Let me take one more look at the tree for this thing, for the Gigafrost, and determine whether or not we are going to bother dealing with that, or if we're going to do something else.
Here holding up.
Oh, you know, it's doing alright. Okay, yeah, alright, that's the one that we need God knows what for. So, what have we got here? Oh, good. I think the plate is a high rank thing. Let's check. Let's see if it's even in our notes. I don't think we've really squared off with him terribly often. Yeah, definitely not in low rank, so it's got to be high rank, and hey, good news for us. Alright. I'm going to give you this view of Astera, and I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Do we have his weaknesses? I want to say it's primarily dragon, yeah. Thunder is the other one. Oh, well, good news. Good night, Pie. He's sleepy. Alright. Now, do we have... Good night, Pie. Ballista and cannons, not really interesting. Not much. Not much going on there. We have Poison Coat, which, okay. And what is our... Quite bad. Overall? Yeah, quite bad. Alright. So here's what it is that we're doing there. What are we wearing that's... It's gotta be the boots. I didn't really need to come all the way down here for that, did I? No, this is what I came for. Okay.
Oh, hello there.
So... This is kind of what it is that I'm looking for. Not the earplugs, Jewel. That stays with us. But we can just nix some of these that we're not going to be using. Ones that I know for a fact that I will not be using. Yep. Yep. Crisis Jewel, yeah. And then do I have anything else? Alright, so then let's just save that for later. We'll get 2 of them. And then let's see about replacing these boots. We should have the stuff to replace them. Armor. Featses. What do we got? Critical Eye's not really going to help us. It's a nice thought and everything. Shame that's only got Botanist on it. Stun resistance is not a bad idea, but that fire is a problem. We can do those. But we could just fucking straight on put up Rathalos boots. That's not going to help. So really, those are both fire problems, huh? Okay. Go figure. We used our horns, so we won't be using those. Alright, so let's not use the Rathalos pieces, because we are attempting to use those for other things. I think this is what it is that we'll be doing. Yeah, it's the fuzzy boots. What else is to be done for it, though, you know? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Not yet on that, because we want those pieces for other things. That's sitting in our inventory right now. A blast attack, though. We're not really using anything with blast. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we can just set decorations here as well. My weapon, it vanished. Boom, boom. That should help out. Alright, let's go get him and try out our new fucking shock stick. Optionals, please. Oop. Optionals, please. Let's do this. We. Okay. I mean, it ain't that difficult to track them when they're right there. We went in without eating because we're smart, and I was hoping it would throw us at camp, but it didn't. We can remedy this, though. Yeah, I'm aware. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to eat this entire steak. While you are looking at me, yes. Okay. And now we are ready enough. It's a pretty blue spark effect there, huh? Extra shell. Ow. Alrighty. Uh-huh. Bye. I'll be right down. Alright, it would be rude to keep him waiting too long. Let's go get him. Hello. Alright. Be a dick about it. Do you have more? Are you sticking around? Alright. Really like the fork pattern of that. Looks neat. Alright. Well, he's not too far away. We'll get this sharp and we'll go right on over there. We do have bomb pods from him already, which is pretty cool. There you go. Do you think he's noticed? Sir, get down. Ow. There we go. Oh. I see you called the missus. Yeah. No, I understand you're both very upset. Ow. Ow. Not good. Well, we may take a feint on this one. Ah, but not yet. Knock it off with your dirty feet. No, I know. They're fucking disgusting. There you go. Sure. There's that. Ah, come on, lady. inserted herself into this situation. I mean, I don't know if they're a couple. They may not know each other. Ma'am, fuck off. Ow. With the two of them, it's just too much, you know? Yeah, I know. I heard. Ow again. I feel like that's a cheap shot, Capcom. Hey. We're not done yet. Cool. Okay. Let's just, fucking take a moment and reflect. Get something to eat. You know, wouldn't that be nice? She's apparently been just fucking baking this ham and these potatoes. Fuck yeah. I mean, you could sit down and have some. She's always talking about food. It seems wrong that she shouldn't get to have any. The witch says that she's got her own stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's true, but if I'm gonna sit down and fucking eat something, like, you know, lunch with the boss is not off the table. God, she's still here, huh? I know, Pi. Oh, are you an eagle? He's an eagle. In case you were wondering. Uh-huh. He's very talkative right now. People are being nice, pal. Okay, nobody's biting. This is a phrase that we have to say to him fairly frequently because he responds to everything with bites. It's really his go-to. Bit of an anxious boy. You're good, pal. You're good. Lots of reassurance. Where the fuck? Oh, I know where he is. It's just gonna be a bit before we get to him. Good news. We can make the trip worthwhile. Alright. Continuing. Really went to the other ass end of things. I'm sure it's because he's looking for something to eat. He did just lose a tail, so... Ah, fuck you, man. Such a shithead. I agree. And so back over this way we go. Up inside a big old tree. I still really like these environments. I could do with them toning down the flies. They're a relatively new feature. I'm sure I've mentioned this as well, that you used to have to mark them with paint in order to see where they were on the map, and then it was up to you to find your own fucking route. Which is, you know, a fine enough system and everything. I would prefer that lures and traps be focused on a little bit more, though. Like, yes, you can do it this way, and you can attempt to run them down and all that shit, but you can also set things up to where they will likely show up where it is that you are. Son of a bitch, Capcom. Rather than doing all of this. Where you wind up just kind of sort of following them around the map, and I don't know. If a major, again, a major part of your boss design is that you don't fight the boss, they avoid you, rethink that. Not that this game is even particularly bad about it. There's definitely worse. But there's always room for improvement, even in things that you love dearly. In fact, I would say it's one of the truest expressions of it, to want it to be the absolute best that it possibly could be. Yeah, I know, you want to remain up there forever, but I'm just not having it. I don't know that we needed another one, but, you know, good initiative. There's that reload. She's here. Well, let's fix this up. She's far more willing to come down and talk to us than he is. Trying to get it to put the thing away, but it didn't want to. Is this going to be a feint? Yeah, there we go. By a strike that in fact missed. It's whatever. Alright. Now that they've kind of had their fun with that, we should be almost done. Great. Is it too soon to do this? Of course it is. Oh, there's something roasting. What's roasting? Sick. Thank you. We'll move our cultivation over to nutrients and stuff probably soonish. So we've managed to close the gap on restoratives. Oh, I had that one ancient medicine that I could have used. Oh well. Forgot it was there. Not what I you've been shooting at, but sure. No, let me down. I'm pressing space. Okay. You're being weird. Sure. Never mind. He's very mad now. I know, I keep trying to put it away and you keep telling me no. And then locking me like this. Okay. Boy, really? The air pressure? This early? Here. Fuck off while I drink this. Jesus. Good, we can now eat again, now that it's no longer important. Yeah, but where exactly do you think you're going? You live here. We'll just give him a second to sort that out. We'll drink our recovery bits. See, he's on his way back already. Yes, jackass. Where else were you gonna go? Alright. That's fine. Okay, cool. Glad you could join us. Not even close. Alright. Oh, and that knocked him over. I don't know that I've ever done that with just a bomb pod, but okay. Good to know. I know that they stagger them or flinch them, but have not seen that happen where it just plows them over. Yeah, I imagine this must be distressing. There we go. By what? There we go. You're a pain in my ass, man. Great. Hey, look at that. It's just what I needed. Thank you for your contribution. Grab this while we're here. Those two, 'cause why not? And some research. Good shit. We'll take it all. Did you give me something? Oh, that'll also be helpful for Pickle. We'll want some of those. He inflicts defense down. I think you've seen that. Great. Hey, Poogie. Oh, the Tail Raiders are back. What else did that say? Ecological research stuff. Probably on the big red boy we just did.
Try hard, will you?
Alright. So, let's see what the Tail Raiders have. The captain's telling us about his imports, but we already bought out all of his imports. He's got to get busy doing something else. What's up, Kevin? How'd they do? Not the worst. Pretty good. Got all kinds of shit. Tell him good fucking job. Alright. These fools are real good at gathering. Let's see if we can find some green spaces. Go for it. Okay. So, let's do our upgrade thing. And get our fire option ready.
Oh!
Yeah, hey. Good deal. Alright. And then that is going to be from the current level that we're on, so we'll run that a couple more times. This I still don't know what it is. But we need one medulla, 2 wings, some more carapaces, and some more scales. Which are all relatively common bits, I'm pretty sure, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's talk about armor. What can we improve on? Would this be an improvement? Not super. Would this be an improvement? Is that only because it's not upgraded? Yeah. So yes, this would be an improvement in most ways. Okay. Oh, that's gonna need a ruby, which we have not come across yet. That's the Kirin stuff. So, let's consider the following, shall we? Well, it's got more slots. The things that we need are not super high cost as far as slot type. You know, you see these levels of slots. These are 1s, there's 2s, there's 3s, there's 4s. What we're primarily interested in doing right now is locking down a whole lot of resistance things in order to compensate for elemental shortcomings. Though these might not be a bad idea, because we can probably fit the earplugs thing in there, and it comes with guard. And absolutely everything we have has guard on it, so I think it'll probably be that. So let's mark these, so that we remember what the fuck it is that we're doing. We'll erase the Dodogama ones because we just skipped it. And hey, that's fine. Sometimes you skip things. It's alright. Those helmets look terrible. Like, it's not a good look. There's too much shit sticking out of it. This isn't really much better. At least there's less shit sticking out of it, and it makes sense for, like, incorporating the monster materials. This is worse. If you had to go with one, I would go with that one. But okay, so that's marked. We have that. It's ready. It's stored in our brains. Let's also consider the following. Oh, we don't need forge, we need upgrade. That's marked, good. This we need to mark as well, just to make sure. And let's keep on top of this. As well as Where's the other one? There it is. Our lightning option here. Just nix that. That's fine. And then, did I... make a black steel piece here? I didn't. Okay. So good news. Let's make a black steel piece. So we need more fusium. That's fine. We know where to get fusium. But let's also keep track of this. That's not encouraging. We'll figure it out, though. Anything else? Probably not. At least not for right now. But that is how we're going to be delivering a lot of things to a lot of critters coming up soon. Okay. So what else we got? Optionals. Oh, I see. Okay, sure. Just making sure, but I think that her resistances are much the same as his. Yep. And we'll remember to eat this time. I wish I had more antidote pieces. I don't, though. There's gems that would render us completely immune to her poison. But we ain't got them. Free armor spheres. That's what that looks like. They're extremely advanced. We'll take this while we're here. It's a weird spot in that it doesn't really seem to do anything, huh? Now there's a insect hive over here. We're also not super far off. Oh, there she goes. From one of the camps, as well as the locals here. We can likely dip around and grab one of them and then go after her. Alright, there we are. Quit rooting around. We've been over this. Just fucking ask. Ugh. I haven't been back to the Bug Trapper's village in a bit. I suppose we could also, show what the paw swap thing is about. Fairly certain that we've unlocked that with them. So, you want to trade for goods? There you go. Exit the tutorial. So, what we would do is we would pick something up and we would offer it to them. And judging by their expressions, they may or may not want it. So, looks like number one fucking needs this. We got a quality bone for it. We also can continue to just kind of do this. And oh, fried dragonfly. Don't know what that is. A tasty treat. Recovers a bit of health when eaten. Try giving it to other Linians too. So, alright. Looks like it's a trade item that we can then shop around. Nobody wants a cool drink, huh? In this balmy fucking forest, nobody wants a cool drink. Alright. Well, be seeing you. And that'll also level them up. They get experience from that. I gotta remember that part of it. It's frequently something that I just don't bother with. Alright. So since it's the Rathian, we also know how to get her here tit sweet. I see the egg logo there. Unlike the Rathalos, like, you know, we can do this and be like, hey, I'm in your house. And she will typically flip shit and come running. Oh, you can roll with it now, huh? Let's see. So we had done this before. Yeah, I hear her. Hi. Uh-huh. It's what it looks like. Alright. She's grounded. Fine. Dandy. I want that tail though, lady. That'll do. Not off yet, but that is significant progress towards it. It is. Thank you for your approval, pups. Even though you're supposed to be sleeping. Yeah. It's okay. You can stay up if you want. You're welcome to hang, you know that. You know what, can either of you fucking help me out here? No? Alright. Not interested? Is it because they're mad? Well, I'm not interested in them. Does that help? Alright. Uh-huh. Alrighty. Yeah, much more willing to come talk to us than he is. Frankly, I don't mind that kind of dichotomy of behavior. I think that's a cooler way to differentiate these wyverns as far as, like, yeah, okay, this is the male of the species, this is the female of the species. You can do coloration, yeah, that's fine. You can do, you know, just kind of the nameplate, yeah, that's also fine. But extend that to behavior. The Diablos and the Black Diablos behave largely the same. You've seen one, you've seen the other one. She's just got a darker coloration. It says Black Diablos, and that's about it. Oh, I know. Oh, you're back, huh? You going the other way instead? Alright. Well, let's unequip those for the time being. That away, that away. Oh, are you under big rocks? Just stay there. Ah. Shame. Seems like a waste. Nice. Good deal. I know, but you're a fucking menace when it comes to that tail. That uppercut sucks and I don't want to deal with it. Where the hell is she going exactly? She's gonna go sulk about it up there, I guess. Come on. Oh, you're back. Yeah, that was weird. I don't really understand what you were up to. Couldn't quite get the wing. You know, if we can... here. Yeah. Only one hitter. Oh well. It ain't like it doesn't recharge. We got that. We'll grab that. Away we go. Now I could actually use a sharpen. Where's our freebies? Alright. Pardon a spider. She's gone way down again. Why'd you go all the way the fuck down here? Not the average spot for her. Sometimes the Anjanath, often the Nargacuga. I haven't really had her hang out in this spot too much. Sometimes Pickle. Definitely dealt with Pickle here. There you go. there's that. That won't let us try again for a mount that quickly. It's got a kind of internal cooldown timer, but we do want to kind of try to keep mobile so we don't end up in one of her spots where she, yeah, it does that. Just kind of over and over again and does that. Oh well. We tried. Oh, okay. I'll take it. Press W that time. It's really got to figure out what the fuck it is that it wants those controls to be. Just gonna try real hard to fucking cheese it, huh? You're getting out of here. I can understand. Seems like a shit place to be for you right now. Believe it or not, there's one more of those. Like, they gave us 2 optional quests to do it. I'm not sure why. But hey. You know, we'll just get it done. This has been handy. It's made that feel a whole lot quicker to me. And yeah, I do really like how the barrel is shrouded by the parts you do the poking with. Makes sense for the way that this is employed. I think it has level 2 shelling, so we might actually be able to charge these. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out. I'll experiment. More levels. Hey, Poogie. Yep. Once in the forest, once in the waste. Who knows why? Maybe the thought was that the different environments offer different challenges, but they kind of don't. Not until you get into, like, the environmental effects of, like, the extreme heat and the extreme cold. But even then, it's relatively simple to counteract that. Okay. Work real hard to track her now. No slacking. Alright, and good shit, she decided to calm down. I don't think I deserve to have dodged that one, but I will take it. Pretty sure I did not clear it, but Capcom thinks I did. Come on. There you go. You know what I want. We're just gonna munch that. I don't know if she gets poisoned. Looks like maybe? Not entirely sure. I haven't seen damage numbers pop up about it yet. Oh no. Yeah, there's some. She's resistant to it, but not immune. Ah, unfortunate placement. Alright. See if that'll keep us clear. There we go. You guys pitch in any point in time. The pit, okay. I was wondering, wait. Did she actually poison me by, like, nudging me with her toe? What the fuck was that? There you go. Spend your rage state blind. Ow. Didn't seem to matter. Let's fucking slurp this down. These are easier to immediately replace. Okay. Give me them scales. Want that research. Oop. Sorry about that, nudge the microphone. Move that back real quick. There we go. That'll teach me for setting up. Okay. Vine trap opportunity over there. We'll see if we can actually get it. Because, yeah, she'll do that. There we go. Gotcha, bitch. Wow, you guys really, like, fucking stretched it, huh? That was probably not supposed to happen over there. Alright, that's the head. I don't know if we're going to get the wings, but we'll try. The very narrow strike angle for this kind of weapon typically precludes it, but it looks like we got one. So that's cool. We want to snap as many parts as we can. Gets us the most things at the end of it. Good deal. I don't see any of the locals over there. Ow. Ow again. I would like to be able to see at some point. I just feel like that would be neat. Alright, bud. You're testing my patience. Yeah, because you keep moving my critter. I'm gonna to ask you to knock that the fuck off? Yeah, positioning is pretty important. I really do need you to go somewhere else. This is no longer a request. Just do it somewhere else. Thank you. I know, but you did some things there. Yeah? Not allowed to redirect her well. Okay, I guess that she was already going to just do the canned flight animation. I wanted this to be shorter. No dice. Alright. Where are you headed? You headed to the fucking cave? Yeah, it looks like it's cave time. Alright. Cave time it is. Let's go. It looks like the wyvern fire is up again, so that's good. We'll be able to wake her up. You know, make sure that we've really got her attention. Wake up. Uh-huh. It be like that. There we go. Waiting, just submit. All right. Whatever. Oh, we went for the wrong wing. Oh well. Yeah, I know. I know what you're doing. That's both their Rathian bits taken care of. It seems to have left the area. Yeah. In a manner of speaking, she left the area. She's departed this plane of existence. Handy for later. I Nothing down there that I want to run to. We could have done without the shield embellishments on this. Face down. That's good. Bolt Jewel. Sure. Enhances thunder attack. Great. 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 Poogie. Okay.
Try hard, will you?
And it looks like we've actually got a new thing to... A couple of new things. Good. Workshop. Yo, what up? Okay.
All right.
Sure. You got it. I want parts from those boys anyway. And you. What you need?
Thanks.
What's up? Yeah. Ancient tree fertilizer research. Love it. Can, will, and must do.
It's almost time.
Let's see. We have extra. Ancient Catalyst. And we have even more. Great.
Hurry back now.
Oh, we got extra of those too. Oop. That's them. A gentle earthen bed. We now have soft soil.
Where else can you find deals like these?
Well, I mean, you do it for free, so basically nowhere. Soft soil extends the duration of all the shit that we've got going on. One-stop shop for it. Real good. And we are getting full stacks of those every single time. So let's migrate these on over, shall we? Let's, because we can, well, yeah, let's do that. That should be fine. And, then we will do bitter bugs. We'll get a few harvests of that, then we'll rotate that over to something else. And let's see what it is that we can make with this Rathian crap. Because they did just have us throw ourselves at her twice. So, you know, maybe some good will come out of it. That's a no. Or at least a not really. Recovery up is fine, health boost is pretty decent, but it's not something I need to worry about right now. Poison attack, health boost. Yeah, a bit lackluster. But then it is like an early one, which I guess we just didn't get because we didn't look at the Rathian hard enough or whatever the fuck. But oh well. So, Iron Ice is something that we've been preparing for. That's what this thunder thing is about. The basil juice, the fiery convergence. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. Let's just, you know, bite the bullet. Get it in, get it done. Pretty sure that she is weak to all the same shit that he is. Set decorations. What do we have available? Not a lot. Not a lot. Not even anything to help our ice attack, so... Oh well. No steadfast bits either. Now, odds are good that he is also going to be there. But there's nothing to be done about it. And by now, we know the routine here. We also know roughly where it is that she's gonna be, so we're gonna hook up this way this time. Grab that there. See if any of the natives in there want to play. It's not looking like it. They make themselves pretty scarce with these, it seems. Anything here that I really want? Not really. There goes the bear off. May as well grab this. I think we might be capped on him, though. It said level up. Who knows why? In any case, it's free points. They're not out over there either. Okay. Well, we'll stop by the spots where we know that they are and see who it is that we can pick up. Would have been nice to get the music nerd some experience, but such is life. I know. We're just gonna do this real quick to charge our thing. You'll barely feel it. There we go. Now I can see again. Goodbye. Thanks for the help. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. Let's see how long before he actually gives it up. I'm not trying to use Raider Ride right now. At no point in time did I press that combination of buttons. Thank you, though. Appreciate your feedback. Yeah. Alright. Hello. I already ate the fried dragonfly, but maybe there's something else that you might want. For example, that ain't striking you, huh? Flash bugs? No. They don't care about those. They don't even want to fucking think about them. Nutrients? This one over here kind of wants that. Herbs? No one cares. No one cares. Nothing. Nada. My inventory makes them sad. You know what? Go ahead. That is not even close. Fucking paw swap, man. Thanks for the scale, I guess. I'm sure it's very precious to you. Enjoy that, that ancient potion. Okay. That's what we're looking for. We just gotta find out where the fuck she is. We know where he is, that's easy. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Should be up to identification soon. Yeah. There she is. That carried a whole lot more heft than I was anticipating. Come on. Okay. There it is. I was wondering when she was gonna hit me. Oh, in one hit days. Super cool. Where's she going? Okay. Just, the pair of them are the worst, aren't they? And I will correct myself from earlier. That is a different animation. She is doing it different than he does. That lunge takes her a good fucking distance, too. There we go. Let's see if this helps or if it makes it worse. Some of them flail when you do that, and it really does just kind of complicate matters. It's not really worth doing. At the very least, we can probably interrupt some of her charges by doing that. Ow. I don't appreciate that you clipped through the platform to do it. Really would have been nice if you hadn't. Really? Well above it, but okay. Ow. It begins with the Black Diablos. It begins. Okay. Stick one of those in there, please. Thank you. I still haven't remembered to turn that alert off, because I'm very smart and I'm very good at keeping track of things. Uh-huh. There we go. And okie doke. Alright, lady. We keep trying. Uh-huh. No, dude, I know. I know you're back there. I'm scooting this way real quick. The fucking one-hit days. I feel kind of cheated. That and, you know, not respecting collision with the ground. I feel like if I have to, then they should probably have to. Is it though? That's what we were waiting for. How did you get up there? That's not how that works. There's not enough space for you to fit your body inside that. Ma'am, I'm just asking you to be reasonable and obey the laws of physics. Not even the complicated ones. There we go. Progress. Where am I? Okay, I'm on the head now. Pressed S, moved forward. Whatever. I want her horns too, so. Come on. Lady, for fuck's sake. There we go. There's one. Recovered from that real quickly, didn't you? And you kind of drugged me with you when you moved, which is odd and unwelcome. Hey. I really don't like maneuvers like that that make me kind of abuse iframes. It seems to go against the kind of intent of this whole shebang. But it's definitely a thing you wind up doing with the Diablos. In general, I don't like abusing iframes. I don't like iframes in a whole lot of contexts. Some of them are fine, like within like a simple dodge maneuver. That should probably be iframed. But you know, just laying there on the ground, knowing that this attack kind of has weird timing and a weird box that it does its thing in. It just, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like it. Oh, are you leaving? Okay. It's weird. You just got there. Alright. Right back up to where she was. Sure. Ma'am, I sincerely hope that we don't have to do this more than a few times. I just don't wanna. Yeah, it's because of your shitty disposition. Anyway. Let's see if we can soften this. Okay. How? With what? What happened? Why did I get rolled? Well, our cat's hard at work. Playing the diplomacy game. Didn't seem like it interrupted her charge. No. Yeah, I know. Uh-huh. There you are. I want her to have a second before getting to me. That's what I wanted. Yep, come on back down here. Well, I mean, you know, best laid intentions and all that. Hey, all right. Even her chip damage seems just like a little bit too much. You gotta be about out of breath soon. Fuck you, come on. That's gonna be, yeah. There's nowhere to go. The fucking black Diablos. Yeah, may as well. Alright. Let's see what we've got in our box as far as extra nutrients to boost that health. Mm-hmm. And we got some. Okay. Sure, fine. That can sit, that can sit, that can sit, because they're not really helping us do anything right now. That needs to be reorganized. Sure, cool and good. Let's change equipment. Yes, I know. Pop that on. See if we can at least get one more revive out of it. Cause, ugh. I think we've broken one horn and that's kind of it. But that's what happens when, you know, a critter behaves this way. It's, like I said, I feel like it's to the detriment of the other systems within the game. Getting pinned against a wall and knowing that there is absolutely no way out, there is no counterplay, is horseshit. Getting clipped by the edge of an attack and taking full damage is horseshit. The fact that it launches from one attack animation to the other with no room in between for a counterplay is horseshit. I have to wait while my animation completes and while the character winds up to do another one. You have to design around that. This is one of those I almost want to say that it's because it's a legacy creature. They decided that it should be this way. Because there has not been one game where I have enjoyed fighting either of the Diabloses. The black one, definitely worse. But neither one of them has ever been an endeavor that I have wanted to take on. It's always been a shit time. No different, you know. More things change, more they stay the same, huh, lady? Okay, sure. You're just gonna, yep. There she goes. Chip damage is too much. And like, yeah, but it's not a lance and everything, but I shouldn't have to power guard in order to reliably defend myself with something with a defensive option. But yeah, like her chip damage there hits as hard as some creatures' straight attacks. Yep. While you're enraged, I kind of have to just stay away. There's not much of a counterplay going on here. Not much of a counterplay available. Yeah, up out of the ground directly into an attack animation. And then right back into the ground. Very easy for her to just keep us away from her almost into perpetuity. Fucking sucks every time. Hi. 2. And one more. There you go. What part did I fucking break? The timing. Are you sticking around? Okay, no, she's fucking off. That's fine. We can release this poor Castodon from our service because that's not going to help. We'll dip this way. We'll snag another one of the protectors. We'll go from there. All right, come on out. It's time. Let's get it. You didn't even try to talk to them. Just give it a go. Maybe they're into it, you know. There we go. All right, sick. Down into this hole. And if they're going to do their thing, that would be great, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, there we are. See who rolls who this time. She's had a scrap with us for a little bit, so she's not exactly at the top of her game. Still got you, huh? Great. Okay, good. Give me that. Thank you. Really? Really? That's how it is that you're gonna fucking do it? Well, the footprint was right there. Clearly that's what you mean. No. No, it's not. Alright, so we wait. There she is. Okay, well, at least we got to charge. And let's charge again. I don't think she... gets stuck like he does, but we can try it. Come on. Come on. Okay. Or get fucking plowed over, I guess. I'm not even sure how that happened, but... I said tail. We're getting fun with the inputs, huh, Capcom? Okay. That time we agreed that I had targeted the tail. Thank you. Alright. More progress. Yeah, I'd imagine. Come this way, if you would. Not quite, but we're getting there. I just want to know if this is a thing you do. Is it or isn't it? Well, she flew right through it that time. Here she comes. Alright. That one at least went where it was supposed to. Which is a nice change of pace. Alright, well, she's destroyed all the things. Good news, we can now eat again. Again with the timing. Uh-huh. Well, I'm harvesting that tail. It looks like she's gone down into the hide hole. No, we gotta grab this before he shows up. Oh, no. No, she decided to go elsewhere? No, she's in the hide hole. Okay. Got a medulla. Let's get this shit sharp. And okay. Don't mind us, we're passing through. I'm not interested, I'm really not. Spot, but alright. Are you at last out of breath? No? Okay. we did get reloaded. Just in time for that. Oh, good. And then she pivoted. 180. Sick deal. Yes. Good. I know. But, like, what are you gonna do? Double enrage? It's not a thing for you. The frenzy virus doesn't exist here. I'm waiting. Hi. You missed that first one. Okay. Hey, alright, Jesus. Also, that attack going off while we're watching the critter's death animation, in the absence of further clicking, is an example of how long it takes for a command that I put in to register sometimes. They are somewhat inconsistent about their response time. I'm not sure what it is about the game, if, again, there isn't some sort of maybe internal count of how close you are to being dazed, or what the fuck ever. Maybe it's just prioritizing creature behavior over player behavior and doing weird shit like that. But, you know, sometimes I'll press the button, it'll do. Sometimes I'll press the button and it'll decide it would really rather do something else. Anyway, after a whole lot of what I consider to be horse shit, we did it. Not happy about the 2 feints. I feel like both of them were kind of fucking dirty, but we got there. Lots of experience. We got new ecological research. So let's do that. Let's at least preview what it is that we can make out of her bits.
Will you?
Thanks. And then we'll retire to our room. We'll call it an evening. Word. The witch is ready to throw rice in. Alright, let's see. Over here. What do we got? Diablos Nero. It's largely the same as the other Diablo stuff, it's just, you know, it's colored black. See? Better gem slots. Yeah, just 1 level 2 instead of 2 level 1s. So, this at least has... This has potential for gunning. That's not the worst. Resentment's a solid skill. When you have recoverable health, the red portion increases your attack. Gauge fill up. We can do this if we really wanted to, but I don't know that I really want to. Well, hang on, I may have spoke too soon. Extra slots. We take a hit on 3 resistances, but it only reduces the thunder to 0. Ice becomes a problem, dragon not so much. Can I tolerate the way that looks? I mean, it's not really doing it for me. That would do it for me more. But it's kind of hard to say no to those slots. So I think in the interest of slots, we're gonna have to do it. And we'll find things to put in there. Progress. Alright, the rest of those we'll do. Let's see about weapons. Let's just have ourselves a look. I don't think the Black Diablos gets us anywhere with any of this. No, it really doesn't. You just still need Rathalos crap. Yeah, not a lot going on there. Maybe in Gunland? Yeah, there's an exclamation point. So that would give us this. 3 custom mods. High deviation, though. Oh. I was trying to preview that, but... my brain saw high deviation and went absolutely the fuck not. Meh. So yeah, I'm not impressed by it. Anyway, that's done. We have a big old World of Warcraft set of pauldrons. We'll probably still replace it with the Rathalos bits later. Just because I really don't like the way this looks. But the good news is that while we sleep, it'll give Hops and Ignacio something to perch on. Hey, Hops. Kevin, we're taking a nap. We're gonna feed our boys. And, you know, we'll go where we go. So, more progress. In several directions. We got our Thunder Poker done. We got some new equipment on the horizon. We're scratching off this, that, and the other thing. We also got a garbage disposal fixed. So that's cool. You know, at least for me. Maybe not for you, but I like that. And, well, not much else to it other than to say that I'll leave you to wander alone for a bit. And, you know, I'll see you Tuesday. Later.